Okay, so last class we studied something called dot product of two vectors. Correct now? Dot product of two vectors. So there what we learned was, if you have two vectors a bar and b bar, right, and there will be some angle, then dot product is given by this formula, a bar dot b bar. Okay, so a bar dot b bar is given by what formula? Magnitude of a bar, magnitude of b bar, cos or sine. Cos was there or sine was there? Cos. Okay, so cos of this angle, which in simple way you can write AB cos theta. So there is the definition. That is a simple definition. I gave you one example also. One example is work done is force dot displacement. So in exam, if you write this much, it is enough. For example, just explain W is work, force vector is force, and this is displacement. Okay, more we will study about this as first PU topics will continue. This will come back later. So that time again we will discuss this. Yesterday also I have explained to you why there is dot product here, because it was Fs cos theta, right? So this you can write using this definition. You can write AB cos theta as A bar dot B bar. So Fs cos theta is F bar dot S bar. Another example should I give? One more example or better? Okay, one more example you see. Why it is easy to give is because from here only I can find, from here only. Second example, I forgot to mute. Let me mute. I thought all the students have already muted themselves. Yeah. So another way of the next example is quite simple. What you can do, divide this formula by time. Let me do this side. Okay, divide this formula by time. Work done by time. Later you will study. In school also you have studied. If you have forgotten, no problem. In first PU physics we will study. Work done by time is called power. This is force. Displacement divided by time is called velocity. So this is another example. Power is equals to force vector dot velocity vector. Please remember, dot product will always give you scalar quantity. So never write here like this. So dot product always gives you scalar quantity. That's why I also say dot product as scalar product. Then I think one very important note I told you. If A bar is perpendicular to B bar, what will be dot product? If two vectors are perpendicular, dot product will be AB cos of angle between these two. Since it is perpendicular, it will be 90, cos 90 is 0. So very, very important property for dot product. So if two vectors are perpendicular, dot product will be 0, or if dot product of two vectors, if dot product of two vectors is 0, then you can say they must be perpendicular. So now the next topic we will study is dot product of unit vectors. Which unit vectors? Not any unit vector. Those three special unit vectors. How can I just explain? No, Ayo Rama. A bar dot B bar, how it is defined? You have to see the definition. Yesterday in class I have told you, A bar dot B bar is magnitude of A bar, magnitude of B bar, cos of theta. See, in multiplication, it is not compulsory. In addition, it is compulsory. If you add apples with apples, you should get apples. But multiplication you can do, right? Multiplication of velocity and time you can do. You can multiply different quantities also and get different quantity. But when you add and subtract, then if you are adding two vectors, you must get vector. But while multiplying, it is not compulsory. So we have designed product of vectors in two ways. One is called dot product, one is called cross product. So dot product definition is this. Now, telling this is a number or not a number. This is a number or not, and this is a number or a vector. It is a number. So 2, let's say. This is a number, 3. Cos theta will be also some number. Let us say half. So all this, if you multiply, you will get number only, not 0, number. 2 will cancel 3. So since dot product always gives you number, it must be a scalar quantity. That is how it is defined. For example, work done is a scalar quantity. Work done does not obey vector addition rule. Okay. Yeah. Then dot product is scalar, sir, and cross product is vector. Cross product we have not come till now. We will discuss later. If two vectors are perpendicular, dot product will be 0 because it is cos 90. Kritika, you came late or what? Cos 90 is how much? Please ask your questions in public so that everybody can see what I am answering from next time. Okay. So dot product of two vectors which are perpendicular. What is the definition? Magnitude of this, cos of angle between. If they are perpendicular, what is the angle? Kritika, what is the angle between these two? Perpendicular means 0 degree. Perpendicular means 90 degree. So cos 90. Cos 90 is 0. So you should remember the values of sin 90, cos 90. Sin 90 is how much? Sin 90 degree is how much? So all these values you should remember. Okay, cos 90 is 0. So try to memorize this result, because physics is, after all, if you remember my first class, what is physics? Understanding nature using mathematics. So if basic mathematics is not proper, understanding physics may be slightly difficult. So please revise your school mathematics. Right now, you people are not getting so much homework and all. So you can revise your class 10, class 9 mathematics. That will be very useful in physics also. Of course, it will be useful in maths, and it may be useful in chemistry also. So let us now discuss dot product of unit vectors. But not any unit vector, only I cap, j cap, and k cap. So if this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis, and this is my z-axis. What are I cap, j cap, k cap? Historically, I have told you, we take unit vector here, I cap, in the positive x-axis. Here we take j cap, and here we take k cap. Okay. So I'm interested to know what will be dot product of these unit vectors. So what will be I cap dot I cap? Try once. Apply the formula. This is the formula. A bar dot b bar is magnitude of a bar, magnitude of b bar, cos of angle between the two vectors. So what will be I cap dot I cap? Apply this formula. Modulus of this vector. So modulus of I cap, cos of angle between I cap and I cap. I cap and I cap. Since it is same only, what will be the angle? What is the angle between this pen and this pen? Not 180. 180 means opposite ma. Angle between this direction and this direction. That will be 0. Okay, somebody said 180. How it is 180? This is I cap. This is also I cap. So both are in the same direction. So it will be 0. So what will be the answer? I cap dot I cap. What is the magnitude of unit vector? 1. Magnitude of unit vector 1. And cos 0 is also 1. All those values you should know, okay? Cos 0 is 1. Sin 0 is 0. So cos 0 is also 1. So what will be I cap dot I cap? That will be 1. So now, without wasting time, directly we can say what will be j cap dot j cap? J cap dot j cap. That will be also 1. Same application. K cap dot k cap. That will be 1. So I cap dot I cap will be 1. J cap dot j cap will be 1. K cap dot k cap will be 1. Keep in mind, later we will be using these results. Now let us ask for other two. Okay, done this one. Please write the notes. Later again you will ask, sir, we have not understood this one, that one, like that. Okay. Now let us discuss I cap dot j cap. Definition, please don't forget, okay? I cap dot j cap. What will be the formula? Magnitude of this angle between I cap and j cap. What is the angle? 90 degree. So what will be I cap dot j cap? 1 into cos 90 is 0. So this is 0. So I cap dot j cap is 0 because they are perpendicular. Directly also you can write. Already I have taught you. If two vectors are perpendicular, dot product will be 0. Can you quickly tell me I cap dot j cap I did? Can you tell me I cap dot k cap? I cap dot k cap? That will be also 0 because this angle is also 90. This is also 90. This is also 90. Right? Actually, students, z axis is here, no? So this is 90. This is also 90. So this will be also 0 for same reason. And another one, what is left? I j I did. I k I did. Then what is left? J and k. So j cap dot k cap is also 0. Fine. So keep this in mind. So to find dot product of two vectors, you need magnitude of the two vectors A and B, and you need angle between the two vectors, right? Okay. Now look here, we can also write dot product in terms of components. So look carefully. Suppose A bar is a vector which is given in the component form. How we write a vector in component form? If I give you a vector in xy plane, A bar, and this is your x component, AX. This is your y component, AY. Then how do we write this vector? A bar, AX I cap plus AY J cap. Right? All of you remember this, right? Because AX I cap means this vector. AY J cap means this vector. If you add these two vectors, you will get this vector, which is A bar. You remember? No, this one? Okay. Now let us in three dimension. In three dimension, you have to write AZ K cap. So this is how we write a vector in the form of components. So this vector I can write, let us say AX I cap plus AY J cap plus AZ K cap. Second vector is BX I cap. BX is the X component of B bar. This is the Y component of B bar. And this is the Z component of B bar. So imagine they have given you these vectors in component form. Then how will you take dot product? Okay, you can write AB cos theta, obviously. But instead of writing that formula, let us take dot product of these two, because A is equal to this, B is equal to this, right? So let us substitute. What is A bar? ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap dot b bar. What is b bar? bx I cap plus by j cap plus bz k cap. Please remember, these are numbers. Okay, these are numbers. This is vector. Vector is not a number, but these components magnitudes are always number. Now, how do you take dot product? Like you have to apply the normal rule. This dot this, this dot this, this dot this. Then this dot this, this dot this, this dot this. Then this dot this, this dot this, this dot this. All together, how many terms will you get? Without writing, you tell. How many terms should be there? 9 terms should be there. But the beauty of dot product is, out of those 9 terms, 6 terms will be 0. Let us check. So let us first multiply. Do carefully, students, do carefully. This dot this. So what will I get? This is ax, this is bx. So that is numbers. So numbers you have to multiply like normally. Distributive property, correct, Sumuka? So this dot this, first you multiply the numbers. Now, what is left? I cap dot I cap. What is I cap dot I cap? 1. So this will be 1 here. No need to write. Second term, this dot this. ax by, but you will get I cap dot j cap. That is 0. So no need to write. Then third term, ax bz, I cap dot k cap, again 0. So that also will be out. So out, when I multiply this with these 3 terms, only these 2 will survive. Only this product will survive. This product will be 0. This product will be 0. Because just now I taught you, I cap dot j cap is 0. I cap dot k cap is 0. Second term, let us come to this. This dot this. Y ay bx j cap dot I cap. J cap dot I cap is 0 only because they are also perpendicular. So this and this will be 0. This and this. Ay by. J cap dot j cap is 1. No need to write. Then again this and this will be 0. Third term, this and this 0. Because k cap dot I cap perpendicular, so 0 dot product. This dot this, since it is dot, this dot this, k cap j cap again 0 because they are perpendicular. Az bz and k cap dot k cap is 1. So this is how you can easily find dot product of 2 vectors if they give you components. Everybody understood? So basically what happens when you multiply, sorry, not multiply, when you take dot product, when you take dot product of 2 vectors, when you take dot product of 2 vectors in the form of components, then this and this will survive, this and this will survive, this and this will survive. Okay. They may ask you, cos theta is missing. Which cos theta? Which cos theta, Stalin? I'm not using this definition, Stalin. I'm not using this definition. I'm not writing this definition. This is magnitude of A bar, Stalin. This is magnitude of B bar. I did not do like that. What I did, I simply put this A bar here, then dot B bar here. So why I need to put cos theta? You can use AB cos theta, but what if I give you components? If, see students, when will you use AB cos theta? When theta is given, magnitude of A bar is given, magnitude of B bar is given, then you will use AB cos theta. But suppose they give you components, then it is just easy to remember this formula. So when you take dot product of this and this, what will be the answer? AX bx, AY by, AZ bz. this formula is different. No, this is used when you know the angle between the two vectors. Please write. They can ask the derivation. In exam, they can ask anything which is there in the syllabus. Okay, let us do one example. If A bar equals to 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap and B bar equals to 1, let's say 3i cap plus 5j cap plus 2k cap. So this time I have given you magnitudes and angle. Did I give you magnitude of the two vectors? Is this called magnitude of the vector? This is vector only. This is in the form of components. So I have given you components, not magnitude of the vectors and angle. So what will be your A bar dot B bar? Anybody? K bar is 1, not K bar is 1. The Z component is 1. Z component. Z component is 1 here. So when I write nothing, it is always 1. Okay. Correct only, Chana? I understand what you are asking. So how you should first in exam, what you should do? Write the formula. Those students who will directly 2 3s are 6, 3 5s are 15. Like that, if you do, you will not get full marks. First, you have to write the formula. So ax bx plus ay by plus az bz. All of you understood how this comes? No, it comes because of the way we have defined dot product. So when you take I cap dot I cap, I told 1 you will get I cap dot j cap dot k cap. So when same unit vectors, when you will take dot product, 1 you will get. When perpendicular unit vectors, when you take dot product, you will get 0. So using that only I have derived the formula. So this will be 2, 3, 3, 5, 1. This is 1, okay? And 2. So 6 plus 15 plus 3. Oh, sorry. This is 2 1s are. So how much it is? 23. Correct? Huh? Okay. Try one more. Right fast. Everybody understood? Okay, try one more. This you try. Find dot product of these two. Find A bar dot B bar. This one you try. Unit we are not worried, Chana, right now because which quantity I have not mentioned. No, we just wrote two vectors. Later when we do physics, if it is work done, we will write joules. If it is power, we will write watt. Okay. Yes, ma, that studying that is called cross product. Yesterday I taught while dividing it into two groups. How much it is coming? Be careful with minus or plus. Okay, it can be minus also. Okay, let us check. What is the formula again? Ax bx plus ay by plus az bz. So a bar dot b bar. Okay, what is ax? Ax means the x component. X component means whatever is in front of I cap. So this is your x component 2. What is bx? X component of b bar. 3. Y component with j cap. With j cap is always y component. 3. What is y component of this? What is y component of this? Minus 3. That minus is not for decoration, students. Correct? That minus you should not forget. So minus 3. So by is minus 3. What is z component? What is z component of this? You can write this as 0 k cap also, no? Right? So it will be 0 into bz is 2. So this will be 2 3s are 6, plus minus minus, 3 3s are 9, 0 2s are 0, so minus 3. Oh, interesting. Dot product can be negative also. Keep in mind. Okay. One very nice problem is there which comes in entrance exams. If two vectors A bar and B bar are given as A bar equals to 2I cap plus J cap minus, I don't know, CK cap, and B bar equals to 5I cap minus 2J cap plus 3K cap. C is unknown. So if two vectors A bar and B bar are given as this form, then find the value of C if A bar is perpendicular to B bar. Try this also once. If A bar is perpendicular to B bar, if this is given to you, what should be the value of C? Try once, think, no problem. If you can do, good. If you can't do, I will do what is there. But always try. 8 by 3. Okay. Tarun, please write publicly, no? 8 by 3. Most of the students are saying 8 by 3. I'm not sure. Okay. I don't know. I just made the question now. Others also please try. Some are saying minus 8 by 3. Everyone should try, ma, please. Okay, let us do. Now, they said A bar is perpendicular to B bar, right? So, since A bar is perpendicular to B bar, we know the property of dot products. If two vectors are perpendicular, dot product between them must be 0. Dot product between them must be 0 because cos 90 will come, right? Now, what is the formula for this? AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ. That should be equal to 0. Okay, where should I write? Here, let me write. What is the X component? 2. What is the X component of B bar? 5. Plus Y component of A? 1. Y component of B? Minus 2. Minus is not for decoration. Plus Z component of A bar, we have to find minus C. Minus C it is, don't forget. Z component of B, 3. I'll write like this, okay? Minus C into 3. That should be equal to 0 according to the question. So what will we get? 2 5s are 10. This is minus 2, plus minus is minus. This is minus 3c. Minus 3c equal to 0. 10 minus 2, 8. 8 minus 3c is 0. Take 3c this side. So 3c will be 8. Right? Take it this side. Then write this one first. Then c will be 8 by 3. Correct only. I think the one who got minus here, I think you may have forgotten to write minus c here. That can happen. Initial days, no, it is possible. Okay, so this question you please practice. This is important for board exam also. Okay, that also we will do, Neha, but that is there in our learning exercise, Neha. So I will do it when we solve learning exercise. Okay. Those who want to know now only, you can do like this. Look here. To find angle between two vectors if components are given. If components are given, then what we will do here? Here we will combine the two definitions. So A bar dot B bar. If you know the components, how we can write? I have derived AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ. Correct now? If you know the components, if you are given the components, then like this you can do. Now, if they want angle between the vectors, then you can write for this definition of this. What was the definition of this? What was the definition of A bar dot B bar? See, something is definition, then something is derivation. AB cos theta. So in place of this, I can write modulus of A, modulus of B, cos of theta. That will be AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ. Then I can write cos theta as AX BX plus AY BY plus AZ BZ divided by these two. Now, anybody remembers how to find magnitude of a vector if you know components? Don't write. I know it is difficult to write. So what is the, how to write this vector? Root over AX square plus AY square plus AZ square, right? Same thing you can do for B bar. So this here you will write, no, A bar here, B bar. Then in place of these two, you can write, oh, sorry. Thank you, Chanda. Okay, this is AX. Okay, and then this modulus of A bar you can write in terms of components. Yes or no? What is this? Root over AX square plus AY square plus AZ square. Similarly, what is this? Root over BX square plus BY square plus BZ square. So if somebody gives you components matlab what? AX, AY, AZ and BX, BY, BZ. Then you can find this part. Once you know, you can find cos theta. Once you know cos theta, you have found theta also. If this is equal to half, let's say, then theta will be 60 degree. Of course, if this is some very complicated number like root 3 by 9, let's say, then we cannot tell directly what will be theta unless we use scientific calculator. Okay. So at the end, you can write this if you want. You can drop this two, and then you can write here root over AX square plus AY square plus AZ square, and here root over BX square plus BY square plus BZ square. Now don't try to memorize this. It is very big formula. Very big formula. How will you memorize? Better to just remember that dot product is given by this definition, and dot product can be written this way also if you know the components. Correct na? So just find separately, then find the angle. No, it is not a lengthy process, ma. Why it is? So let us do one example. Shall we do one example? Shall we do one example? Okay. Why it is lengthy? Just you have to multiply and take square root. Students, if you start saying this is lengthy, what will happen when I will do, maybe in the month of, it will be September, we will do something called Carnot's engine. Carnot's engine. So there we have to do the derivation of efficiency of Carnot's engine. 2 page it will be. So don't think, see, as long as you know the concept, aram se it will flow. Okay. Okay, I think I will do the problem from the material. Yeah, I will tell you which number it is. I thought I will do learning exercise later after finishing the whole vectors. But since you are feeling it is very lengthy or complicated process, let me try to show you how it can be done easily. Yeah. So learning exercise 2.11. When we say learning exercise is 2.11, what it means is chapter 2, 11th exercise. Okay, so usually we don't say 2.11, no, we say 2.11, right? 2.11. Okay. Sujan, what happened? Please concentrate in the class. Sujan S. Hegde, no? Okay. So let us now see learning exercise 2.11, question number 2. First question is what we did just now, to find C when they are perpendicular, right? So similarly, don't worry. Concentrate in the class. Don't worry about all those things. So what is the question here? A bar is equal to 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 4k cap. B bar is equals to 4i cap plus 3j cap plus 2k cap. What they want? Angle theta between A bar and B bar. Fine? Okay. First thing what you do is find A bar dot B bar. You know how to do already. So AX BX, 2 into 4, 8, plus 3 into 3, 9, plus 4 into 2, 8. So this will be 8 plus 9 plus 8. How much it will be? 16 plus 9, 25. Correct? Huh? Check once. Correct? No? Okay. So this is the dot product, right? Now find modulus of A bar. Root over, if you forget the formula, you can write once. This is the formula to find modulus of any vector, matlab magnitude of any vector. So root over 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square. Root over how much? 16 plus 9 plus 4. 29. Is it correct? Check once. I got root 29. Correct only, na? Then space is there, no? Modulus of B bar you find. Modulus of B bar. Root over bx square plus by square plus bz square. Root over how much? 4 square plus 3 square plus 2 square. It will also come root 29. Correct, na? Same only it will come because this 4 square here, 3 square here, 2 square. Okay. Once you have found the dot product using components and magnitude of the two vectors, now you can use the definition. What is the definition? Definition is A bar dot B bar is what? Magnitude of A bar, magnitude of B bar, cos of theta. Therefore, what will be cos theta? A bar dot B bar divided by magnitude of A bar, magnitude of B bar. Don't put dot here. These are numbers. For numbers, you do normal multiplication. Now, here, no, don't write AX, BX, AY, BY. Why? You have found already dot product. What is the dot product? 25. And what is this? Root 29. This is root 29. So this will be 25 by 29. So here you can stop. That is the answer. Here we cannot find theta easily because it is 25 by 29. CET student also has to study this. Okay. And if this is your first class, you have to please revise whatever videos has been done till now for this chapter called vectors, not chapter, topic called vectors. Then only it will be clear. And there is a first PU physics group. You please share your number with somebody called, what is his name? Stalin. Yeah. So Stalin will add you in the physics group. And if any other doubt you get, you can call me. Okay, that number is there, Skanda. Okay. So don't worry. I know if you will be like worried because this is a first class, but don't worry. Till now, physics we have not started only. Just little bit of mathematics we are practicing. That's it. So just revise the vectors part. Differentiation and integration, I will still try to revise one day at least, so that everybody, those who have seen also, even you will remember whatever important things are there. So now tell me, those who were saying very lengthy it is it not fine for 5 marks? For 5 marks, this much at least you can do or not? Or you want to do less for this? Fine only, no? Okay. So you can try more examples, okay? You can create your own examples. Take any two vector and try to do. Share in the group so that whatever knowledge you have, you can share with others. Okay, students, shall we start cross product now? Shall we start cross product? Okay, so cross product is very interesting, and second PU students are studying right now that only. They are using cross product in magnetism chapter. Magnetism chapter. Okay. So look here. Cross product of two vectors. So first of all, imagine again two vectors are there. So in this plane, this is a plane like a paper, okay, paper. Imagine two vectors are on this plane. Here A bar, here B bar. A bar, B bar. Why I am drawing this plane? There is a reason. Just Solpa, you wait. Here is A bar, here is B bar. This is angle theta. This time, is it video is clear for others? Ashreya, if it is not clear, you can see the video later also. Don't worry. But maybe sometimes internet connection will be little slow, so you have to wait. So here is one vector. It is like this. Okay. Concentrate, students. Even in second PU, it will be useful. So here are two vectors like this. Two vectors like this on this horizontal plane. So imagine a table. In that table, two vectors are at some angle theta. Now we want to define cross product. This time cross product. So cross product of two vectors A bar and B bar is given by. This time remember, we want a vector. We don't want a scalar this time. If you want scalar, you have to use dot product. We want a vector. So cross product of two vectors is defined by A cross B. This is how we write. And this is not your normal into. This is when you pronounce, just like this one. You say A, what do you say? A what B? Here what do you say? A dot B. Similarly, here you have to say A cross B. Cross word you have to use. I still remember when I was teaching this in, I think 3 years back, one of the students told, sir, but cross will look like this, like that. So I told, it is correct only, but try to rotate your head and see like that. Okay. So here we call this cross. Whether you like or not, it is like that only, students. Okay. So how do we define this? Look here. Definition is very similar. Magnitude of A bar, number, magnitude of B bar, number, but we will not write cos theta, we will write sin theta. Now, if you are thinking, wait, don't jump, don't say why sin theta like that. You have to see some examples to understand why sin theta we are using. Can I stop here? That is my question. Can I stop the definition here? If I say this is the definition of cross product, will you think that something is wrong? Something is wrong. Why? Because I told this should be a vector. Whatever you get after taking cross product. No, it is definition. Channa, it is definition. Just like dot product has no definition. Just like definition of momentum, mass into velocity. There is no derivation for such things. Only thing is, after doing some examples, you may understand why we have to use this way. And don't worry, as we do more and more physics, as I told you in second PU, you will use this extensively. So these are the tools of mathematics which we need in physics. Please think that way. Here, if I stop, sin theta for that only. So it is not correct. Why it is not correct? Because this is a number, this is a number, this is a number. So what will happen? This will be also a number. But just now I told, after taking cross product, whatever you get, that also should be a vector. Therefore, you must write some, by the way, let me ask you, if this is a vector, if I write this vector as simply A, is it correct? If I write this vector as simply A, no. What I should include here? What I should include here? No. What I should write here, I am saying. Suppose I want this to be a vector. I want this to be a vector. Then what I should write here? Modulus means magnitude, ma. You can use the word, no word. What is the word for that? What is the word of I cap, j cap? What are these I cap, j cap, k cap, l cap, n cap? What are they? Unit vector. So you should include a unit vector. If you include unit vector, then this product will be a vector. Already I have explained. Do you want me to explain this once more? Anybody who wants me to explain this once more? Please see the video if you have not seen. Those who have not understood, please see the video. Already I have explained 2-3 times. So basically, let me just tell you so that you people don't forget. Those who have understood, please don't mind. Just look here. Suppose this is a vector A bar. Now, this vector will have some magnitude. How do you write magnitude? Like this. Magnitude means the length of this vector. Let us say the length of this vector is 5 units. 5 units. Then I can write this vector as 1 unit, 1 vector. I can write this as 1 vector, 1 more, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have divided this vector into 5 parts. This one part is what we call unit vector because this I have divided into 5 parts. So this is what we call unit vector. Unit vector means a vector whose magnitude is 1. So now look carefully. This is a unit vector. Can I say unit vector is equal to this vector? Can I say? No, because this has magnitude 5. This has magnitude 1. But if I write 5 here, then it is correct? No. If I write 5 here, because 5 times unit vector will give you the first vector, this a bar. That means I can write a bar as, what is this 5? This 5 is magnitude. So magnitude times unit vector. So this is how you should understand this formula. Those who asked me to repeat, students, you are not seeing our old videos properly. Please see the old videos properly, listen carefully. Everything you will understand. So I want this cross product to be a, what I told, vector. This is just magnitude. So what I will do? N cap. So this n cap will make sure that the right side is a vector. And n cap should be in the direction of this vector, whatever is this vector, a bar cross b bar. So now we have to learn how to find the direction. Magnitude is this only, na? This is magnitude. But how to find direction n cap? What is n cap? Unit vector in the direction of this vector, remember. I am not saying n cap is unit vector in this direction. No, this is equal to. So this is unit vector in this direction of this vector. And how to find that? That we have to study. So this is the definition. Please write the definition, everyone. Please write the definition. Once you write, then only things will go in your head. So n cap is a unit vector, should be in the direction of this vector. And that we have to learn how to do. Okay. Now, let us ask what will be the magnitude of this side. Only magnitude. Because this is a vector, remember. Cross product of two vectors is a vector. So if you take magnitude, what will you get? If you take magnitude both sides, this will be A, this will be B. Sin theta is number. For number, if you take magnitude, same number will come. And for this, what will I write here? Magnitude. When I take magnitude both sides, for this, when I take magnitude here and here, for this, what will be magnitude? 1. Which is simply 1. So this is the magnitude. So if you want only magnitude, this is the answer. Okay, students? Now let us learn how to find direction of A bar cross B bar. Why sin theta is there? That you will come to know once you see example. Once you see example, then only you will come to know. Okay. Write down quickly. Now, we have to learn quickly how to find direction of A bar cross B bar. Because again and again I am saying A bar cross B bar will give you a vector whose magnitude is AB sin theta. Magnitude is AB sin theta. Direction is what? That we have to learn. For dot product, why I was not worried to find direction? For dot product, why I was not worried to find the direction? Because dot product gives you a scalar. That is how we are defining things. That is how we are defining all these products. So now let us learn how to find direction of A bar cross B bar. In our material, there is a very nice diagram to see. So how to find? Answer is this. The cross product of these two vectors will be, look here, A bar cross B bar will be always Please write down. Please write down. Will be always perpendicular to the plane containing A bar and B bar. Listen carefully because I will be giving you some questions to try. So A bar cross B bar will be always perpendicular to the plane containing A bar and B bar. So in this diagram you see, this is the plane containing A bar and B bar. That is why I made this plane. Right now don't ask anything, just try to concentrate and listen carefully. Then I will explain. So these two vectors are in this plane. Now what you have to do, according to the rules of cross product, this will be perpendicular to this. Matlab it can be either here or it can be here. Perpendicular to this plane means either here or here. Yes or no? That you agree, no? Perpendicular to this plane means either here or here. That is clear or not? That you are agreeing? Yeah. Now, which one? Which one it is? This one or this one? For that we use right hand thumb rule. Okay. Some people will call it screw rule also. There is a screw rule also. First, let me explain this one. So what you have to do is, listen carefully. Imagine these are the two vectors. Listen carefully if you want this concept to be in your mind. So imagine this is your A bar and this is your B bar. Okay. Red one is A bar. Black one is B bar. You want to find direction of which vector? A bar. No, A bar is this. B bar. No, B bar is this. I want A bar cross B bar because that is also a vector. How to find? First, find the plane. First, find the plane containing these two. So this is the plane containing these two. Then you have to curl your fingers from first vector to second vector. First vector matlab whichever you write here first. So this is your A bar, this is your B bar, this is the plane. Right? So if I do A cross B, A cross B, if you rotate your fingers like this, thumb will point towards me. So this will be, this third vector, this will be your A bar cross B bar, this vector. Understood? So in this diagram, can you tell me A bar cross B bar will be upwards or downwards? Everybody try. This is A bar here. In this diagram, A bar is here, B bar is here. Like this. So where will be A bar cross B bar? First, what you should do? First, find the plane. First, find the plane. Now, once you find the plane, cross product will always be perpendicular to this plane. Cross product of these two vectors will always be perpendicular to this plane. Question is up or down. For that, we have to use this curl rule. So this is first vector. So A cross B. Don't do like this. Don't do like this. That is because you have to go through this smaller angle. Smaller angle. So A cross B, if you do, it will be up. Okay. So here cross product will be here. Sorry. So this will be the direction of A bar cross B bar. Can anybody tell me where will be B bar cross A bar? B bar cross A bar. Suppose I want not A cross B, but B cross A. So let us do it again. A cross B is up. Where will be B cross A? So B cross A means you have to do like this. Always you have to move through smaller angle. So A cross B, B cross A. So now your thumb will point downwards. So this will be B cross A. Okay, so this vector will be B cross A. Okay, students. So take some time. I know these are new things for you, but this is how magnetism chapter we study. And even in rotation chapter, when we study torque and all, these things are going to come. Torque. So please remember how to find cross product of two vectors. So A cross B up, B cross A down. So let me give you one question to try. First, you draw this diagram properly, very properly. So cross product will be perpendicular to the plane containing A bar and B bar. If you want A cross B, rotate this way. Rotate this way. And if you want B cross A, rotate this way. And if you want a proper diagram, with hands and all, I am very bad in drawing diagrams. So I will not be able to show you hands. So if you want to see a proper diagram, you can see our material. There we have shared the diagram. Okay, so you can find how to rotate the fingers. So now try this question, all of you, just for practice. Imagine this is ground. This is east. This is west. This side is north. This side is south. This is clouds. Birds are flying. Okay. Now, no. Chana, magnitude will be same. Direction will not be same. Direction will be opposite. So this is negative vector of this. That I will talk little bit later. First, I want you people to get practice with this. So once you get practice with this, no, it is very important. Okay. So here is east, here is west, here is north, here is south. These are clouds. So I made clouds so that you know this is up, this is down. Now imagine one vector is here. Okay, towards the clouds. Other vector is here, towards north. My question is, where is not this vector? This vector I've told you already. This vector I've told you already. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in where is A bar cross B bar. Chalo, answer. East, west, everything is coming. Ground, wow. How it can come ground? It is always perpendicular to the plane. Jairam. So this is the plane. This is one vector. Ground is impossible. Ground is impossible. Let me tell you why. Where is this first vector? Here. Correct? Where is second vector? North. North matlab away from you. Here, you cannot see it. Now, it has to be perpendicular to this plane I told. So, two answers are possible. Either it has to be east or it has to be west. That only those two. One of them will be right. Some are saying south. How south it is possible? This is your first vector, up. This is your second vector, which is towards north. Right? This is up, this is here. So now I told you cross product. First of all, understand, ma. Wait. East or west, you have to tell. No, Kishan, you cannot tell east or west like that. Wait, ma, wait. Wait for some time, all of you. First of all, write the notes which I am giving. What I told, cross product of two vectors is perpendicular to the plane containing the two vectors. So when these are the two vectors like this, cross product can be either here or here, perpendicular to this plane. Now the vectors are like this. One vector is towards north. This is east, this is east, this is west, this is north, this is south, this is up, this is down. So my first vector is up. Correct? First vector is up. Second vector is that side, north. So now cross product will be perpendicular to this. Now I want A cross B. So I have to rotate my fingers this way. So A cross B. Where is this? A cross B. So A cross B if I do, here is A, B is inside the board. So A cross B if I do, A cross B if I do, where will be my thumb? Where will be my thumb? Towards west. So answer is west. Those who told east, I don't know how you have done. Maybe like this you did. Okay. You should not come this way. You should come this way, smaller angle. So this is A, this is B, A cross B here. A cross B. So it will be towards west. Okay. Try one more. Since most of you were not able to give the right answer, try one more. First, write the diagram carefully. Here you can show this will be A bar cross B bar. Again and again I am saying, friends, first you have to find the plane containing A bar and B bar. Once you find the plane, then perpendicular to that plane will be your A bar cross B bar. Which way it will be, that you have to use right hand thumb rule. Okay, try this one now. Okay, let me not give this one. Let us say this is X, this is Y, this is Z. So Z is out of the board. Okay, Z is out of the board. So, Kirtana, you want me to explain again? See, first of all, did you write? Kirtana, you try to answer. According to the notes which I gave you, cross product of two vectors is in what direction I told? According to the notes, perpendicular to what? Perpendicular to what? Cross product of two vectors is defined in such a way that it should be perpendicular to what? So you are not writing the notes. If you write the notes, you will read from there, right? Other students, can you tell me? Good. Is perpendicular to the plane containing A bar, not cross B bar, A bar and B bar. So it is perpendicular to this plane. So if this is A bar, this is B bar, cross product will be either here or here. To find that, you just have to do like this, A cross B or B cross A. So it depends what they want, A cross B up, B cross A down. So here, this is your A, this is your B. So rotate your fingers this way, A cross B in this plane. So this will be your A bar cross B bar. I thought these things you have done in magnetism chapter in class 10. Fleming's left hand rule, they call it. But right now it is not better to study in terms of this right hand thumb rule. Okay, try this one. No problem. Let it take time, but this should be complete. Okay, this should be complete. So again, imagine these are your clouds, birds are flying. This is ground. This time, students, I want all of you to be careful. Okay. So one vector, let us say, is here. East, west, north, south. Okay. So let us say one vector is here and one vector is here. So this is A, this is B. So A is towards north, A bar is towards north, B bar is towards east. Towards east. Where is A bar cross B bar? First find the plane. Up or down? Again, you have to rotate this way. So this is your A, this is your B. No, A is here, B is here, right? B is towards east this time. So this is the first vector, north. This is second vector. So A cross B, it will be down. Right? You have to curl your fingers from first vector to second vector, so it will be down. So cross product will be down. So answer will be down. Okay, practice students, practice. There is nothing we can do. If I was doing this live class in a college, I could have come and showed to you properly. But the idea is, first you find the plane. Then you have to rotate the fingers in the plane. Now don't rotate from A to B this way. You have to rotate through the smaller angle theta here. So if you rotate A cross B, A is here, B is there, right? So A cross B, if you do A cross B, your fingers will point, your thumb will point down. So A is here, B is here, fingers you rotate from A to B, thumb will be down. A is here, this is my A, this is my B, come from A to B through this smaller angle, fingers, thumb will be down. Fingers will rotate like this. So the rotation should be always in the plane. Rotation should be in the plane. Thumb will be perpendicular to the plane. Okay, students? Hope this diagram, hope this, whatever I am showing is clear. Okay, is it clear or not? Okay. So like this, later on, you will study more. Now, let us try to see why sine theta is coming or why cross product is important. So let us do one example. Let us do one example. Okay. To get waste, you try, no, Channa? Try you to use your brain little bit, whatever I've taught. So if you want thumb in the waist, how you should keep the two fingers. So that also you can do. So look here. East, west, north is this side, south is this side. Okay. So if you want your cross product here, then thumb should be here, no? So one vector can be up, one vector can be towards north. So A cross B, answer is west. Just now, I think first question was that only. Channa? Okay, example now, look carefully. Imagine this is a door. Door. And this is your hinge. Sometimes it is called hinge, sometimes it is called pivot or pivot, sometimes it is called fulcrum also. So many words are there. Okay, now listen carefully. Now I said door. You may think, Arey sir, how door looks like this? Doors look like this. So this is your hinge. No, I'm showing you from the top, from here. So from top, if you see, you will see the top part. So that is the top part. Okay, this is the hinge. Is it clear? That part is clear what I'm trying to show you. So what I'm showing you here is whatever you will see from this part. Is it clear? Why I wrote door here? Yeah. Okay. Or you can think some stick is there, no problem. Okay. Now, suppose you want to open the door. Suppose you want to open the door. If you apply force here, large force here, will it open? Will it open? It will not open. You can try. Usually in class, no, I go to the door and I try to show. Because of this COVID-19, because of this situation, some restriction happens in the teaching. But whatever I can try, I'm doing, students. Okay. Yeah. So will the door open? Answer is obviously no. Nobody opens the door this way. If you apply force like this, then the door opens, you all know, right? It opens. Now, try to apply force not this way, not this way, this way. At some angle with this, let us call this distance as r. This distance as r. So with respect to this line, suppose you apply at angle theta. will it rotate or it will not rotate? If it will it rotate same amount as before or less? It will rotate. But will it rotate less than before? Yes, it will rotate less. Okay. So that is because now if you know components, everybody knows, all my students know components of vector. So let us take components of this vector. This component will be cos or sine. This component of force will be cos or sine. Cos. Adjacent, no, adjacent. F cos theta. And this will be F sine theta. So now try to observe which component of the force is useless to rotate the door. Useless. It is not helping to rotate the door. F cos theta or F sine theta? F cos theta, right? So this is useless to rotate the door. Which is useful? F sine theta. So that is one thing to remember. Okay, in order to rotate the door, this component of the force is useful. Do you think this distance matters? This distance matters where you apply force. Does it matter or it doesn't matter? Matter M doesn't matter? No, it matters, right? If you apply force here, it will never rotate. Here if you apply. Understood or not? So this distance also matters. Understood? So we define something called turning effect. Turning effect of force. So a force can turn a body. A force can turn a body like this. And the turning effect of force is called torque. And in that torque, we write it as this distance because this distance plays the role. And I should write this component or this component. Obviously, this component because this is useless. So F sine theta. So this is what we call torque. Another name for torque is moment of force. Again, students, don't worry. This is just example. In physics, when I will do sixth chapter, rotation chapter, that time I will be teaching about torque more. Right now also I have discussed more. We will be studying. Don't worry. So now you can see there is sine theta. So this is how sine theta comes. So now you can write this in the form of torque vector is equal to R vector cross F vector. Yes or no? Because if you take magnitude both sides, magnitude, this will be the magnitude. Torque will be RF sine theta. Understood or not? So for example, in exam again, all these things you don't have to write. For example, you just have to write torque tau vector. This is the symbol called tau. T-A-U. Tau vector is equal to R vector cross F vector. So please remember, unlike dot product, cross product will always give you a vector. An example of that is torque. We will study torque more in detail, don't worry. But right now you just want to know example. Another example if you want is angular momentum and all, but there are no need to tell now. Now if I tell, it will be more confusing. Try to remember one example for exam purpose, that is enough. Now tell me, important note, if two vectors A bar and B bar are parallel. If two vectors A bar and B bar are parallel, like this, what will be cross product? What will be cross product? In case of dot product, when it was perpendicular, it was 0. Karthik, be careful. Find the angle between these two first. So what is the formula for cross product? Magnitude of A, magnitude of B, sine or cos? Sine or cos? For cross product, we write sign. Since these two vectors are parallel, I told parallel, not perpendicular like dot product. This is parallel. So what is the angle between them? 0. And if you put unit vector n cap, no problem. What is sine 0? What is sine 0? It is 0. So again, just like dot product was 0, dot product was 0 when vectors are perpendicular. Cross product will be 0 when the vectors are parallel. Even if they are in opposite direction, it doesn't matter. Sine 180 is also 0. Sine 180 degree is also 0. So try to remember this small things. So let us write one 3-mark question. Give 3 differences between dot product and cross product. Okay, 3 marks. So sine 0 is 0, remember. Okay. So here we will write dot product. Here we will write cross product. First difference. Dot product, it gives scalar quantity or vector quantity? Scalar quantity. It gives scalar quantity. Example could be work done. And cross product, it gives vector quantity. Example can be torque, but no need to write here. Second, dot product is commutative. Commutative means if you interchange these two, answer remains the same. Answer remains the same. Okay, that is the meaning of commutative. So dot product is commutative. Why? What is A bar dot B bar? AB cos theta. What is B bar dot A bar? BA cos theta. All these are numbers. So 2 into 3 into half, 3 into 2 into half. Same answer will come, right? So dot product is commutative. Whether you write AB cos theta or BA cos theta, same answer you will get. So it is commutative. Cross product is not commutative. Already Channa has already discussed about this. It is not commutative because A bar cross B bar will be here. It is a vector, remember. So A bar cross B bar will be here. B bar cross A bar will be here. So the magnitude may be same, but direction is opposite. So if you interchange these two, if you interchange, minus sign will come. Minus sign will come. Why minus sign will come? Understood or not? Because A cross B is this thumb, this vector. B cross A is this vector. So those two vectors, magnitude will be same. AB sin theta, BA sin theta. So magnitude I don't care, but they are vectors. So direction wise it will be different. And you know already, if two vectors are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, what kind of vectors we call them? Negative vectors. So A cross B will be minus of B cross A. Third one, dot product is 0. Dot product is 0 if vectors are, let me write here, dot product is 0 if the two vectors are perpendicular. In exam, you have to write the spelling. Okay, don't write symbols. Then they will give you this symbol. And third one, here how I should write? Anybody? Cross product is 0. Cross product is 0 if the two vectors are parallel. Here I have space, repeat at spelling. So these three differences, please try to remember. Dot product gives you scalar quantity, cross product gives you vector quantity. Dot product is commutative. Commutative matlab if you interchange, answer will be same. Here if you interchange, minus sign will come. Reason again, A cross B will be here, B cross A will be down. Similarly, if I do this way, A cross B will be here, B cross A will be here, right? If A is here, right? Are you understanding or not? If you do like this, it is up, no? But if you do like this, so imagine A is here, B is down. So A cross B, A cross B. So A cross B will be here, B cross A will be here. And dot product is 0 if the vectors are perpendicular. Cross product is 0 if vectors are parallel. Tomorrow we will study about what happens when you take cross product of I cap, j cap, k cap. Just like we did dot product. I cap dot I cap was 1. So I am interested to know I cap cross I cap, I cap cross j cap. So those things we will do. Once more small thing is there, then this chapter will be over. Then we will start the physics. Any doubt is there, let me know. Thank you. So have some practice with this cross product and all. Any doubt is there? Anyone? You can discuss with me. If somebody is not able to understand because of network issue, try to take the video. But one more thing I will tell. Unnecessary, don't try to skip the class. Don't think that, array sir will send video later, aram se we will watch. Array, that time you should be doing self-study. So why are you wasting your time later? If you are able to discuss with me now only, so now only you should discuss. Later, if you try to see, your time will be wasted. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, you can call. Yes, Samo, call me now only, immediately.